right behind me, I've got the 2025 Cadillac Lyriq Sport 1. If you guys are new to the channel, my name is Jason and I do reviews on vehicles here in Canada, so reviews just like this. If you love car reviews, be sure to like this video and also subscribe to the channel. And also thank you to Applewood Cadillac for allowing me to review their Lyriq. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over the different models that you can get with the Lyriq here, the safety features that you get with the Sport 1, the exterior, the interior, the infotainment system, and of course the pricing. So in terms of the different models that you can get with the Lyriqs, this will be the Luxury 1, Luxury 2, Luxury 3, and then the Sport 1, which is this one, Sport 2, and the Sport 3. And also, all of these are available with rear-wheel drive and all-wheel drive. And if you haven't heard already, there is a crazy Lyriq V coming soon. Now, in terms of the safety features that you get with the Lyriq, this has a ton of safety features. So this includes things like enhanced automatic emergency braking, intersection automatic emergency braking, reverse automatic braking, rear cross traffic braking, forward collision alert, rear pedestrian alert, front pedestrian and bicyclist braking, blind zone steering assist, HD surround vision, interior movement sensor, inclination sensor, LED reflective windshield collision alert, and the side bicyclist alert. All right, now in terms of what powers the Lyriq, you do get a 102 kilowatt hour battery that's gonna make 515 horsepower and 450 pound-foot of torque for the all-wheel drive version, and 365 horsepower and 325 horsepower for the rear-wheel drive. And in terms of range, you do get about 524 kilometers of range on a full charge, which is going to be for the single motor rear-wheel drive. But for the all-wheel drive, which is a dual motor of course, you're going to get about 513 kilometers of range on a full charge. You can also tow with this thing, and you can tow up to 3,500 pounds with the all-wheel drive, and with the rear-wheel drive, unfortunately, it's not recommended. All right, let's jump right into it and take a look at this thing in the front here. So as you haven't seen or noticed, all of the Cadillac EVs are pretty much identical when it comes to the front end here. Now, there may be different shapes and sizes, but typically, for example, like the grille area and the lighting, it's pretty much the same. So on this one here, down here on the bumper, you've got all of this gloss black down here with the lower grille area behind the license plate. There's also the front safety sensors that run across. And one thing that you will notice down here within the gloss black is this piece right here, which is kind of in this black chrome trimming. And then all of this gloss black goes into this beautiful, beautiful grille, which does light up. And you can see all of the nice detailing on this. It's very, very nice. And I'm going to be mentioning a lot of like the small little details, and that's because Cadillac has done a phenomenal job with these new vehicles and adding just small little touches. There's also a front-facing camera right there, and you have your Cadillac badge, which is illuminated. And then also at the top here, right above the grille, you do have more of the black chrome trimming, which flows into the beautiful, beautiful LED lights. You've got your daytime running one right there and here, and then just your regular lights with all of them all in the center. And these just look very, very cool, especially at nighttime. And even here you have more gloss black trimming and then the black chrome trimming right here. So all of this tied together, you can see the front end just pops out at you. So there's no really any frunk space in this. You have all of the electrical components that are exposed. I do wish that they added some sort of space in this, even if it was small, but this is all you get. All right, now coming to the side of the Lyriq, you can see the nice designing on this, and I just love the color that this is in. It's super, super nice and unique with all of, especially like the gloss black accents. So up top here, you do have, you can't really tell, but a full glass roof, which is nice, and I'll show you that inside. And pretty much the whole top of the vehicle is in gloss black, including all of the trimming around your windows. And as for the door handles, these do pop out like this when the vehicle is unlocked. So when it's locked, they go back in and sit flush against the vehicle. And you also have like this light strip within the door handle, which does illuminate and does look cool at night. And then as for your side mirrors, you do have them in gloss black, and then the bottom is body color. You also have the turn signal built in and the side mirror cameras, and this has cameras all around, so I'll show you that inside. And then over on your fender, you do have your charge port located right here. So if I just press the Cadillac logo there, it does open up like a transformer, and inside you have all of your charging stuff. And if I just pull this out, you've got that there as well. Putting this back in, and to close this, very simple, you just press that and it closes. Also, you'll notice around the wheels and on the sides, pretty much the whole bottom portion of the vehicle is in gloss black, which I love, and it just stands out. So as you can see, gloss black all across, and can't really see, but you do have the black chrome trimming as well. And then as for your wheels, you get these very nice, very unique looking wheels with the chrome trimming, and then you kind of have like this granite trimming within like the inserts. It just looks super, super nice. And these are your 20-inch wheels, so if I do step back, they do look very nice on this car. And up here, you do have a reflector as well. All right, now coming to the rear of the Lyriq, you can see the very cool, futuristic, unique designing that this thing has. And just like the front, at the back here, you have this gloss black bumper area here with the reverse lights and the reflectors right there. And then of course the rear safety sensors that run across. Now if you move into the tailgate area, you do have the chrome Lyriq badge, and then this Cadillac badge, which also lights up. And if you do press it, this is how you open your tailgate. And then you have the 600 E4 badging as well. And as for the rear lights, you have this unique looking light right here, and the lights back here are LED as well, just like the front. And then you have this kind of like a light bar that stretches across. It's not completely a light bar because it stretches from here to here, and then nothing really in the center, and then it starts again over here. This is a very unique touch because you can see from the side of the vehicle how it just slopes up into the body line. Super nice. And speaking of slopes, you can see how this is designed at the rear, how the top section just kind of dips down into the body line. And not only that, but you kind of have like this built-in spoiler, gloss black spoiler, which again looks nice. And up here you have another spoiler with the brake light right there. And you'll notice if you come around this way, you do have cutouts for aerodynamics, range efficiency and whatnot, so you can kind of see it right through there. And for the lights on this side, you can see kind of like inside through like a little window, if you want to call it, and then more of the gloss black with the designing. Now let's go ahead and open up the tailgate and take a look. So you just press this and it's power opening, of course. Now you can see the amount of space that this thing has. It's a ton of space, so all your family trips, wherever you want to take this, I don't think you'll have an issue. And if you're wondering exactly how much space this has, it has 28 cubic feet of space, so ton of room for your family and everyone. Also here you have your aluminum protectors with the designing there, and it says Cadillac. And if we lift up the rear here, not only do you have like this sub trunk, which you can utilize for more things, of course, like charging cables, grocery bags and whatnot, but if I lift this, you have a little bit more to utilize. So again, ton of room, not up top, but at the bottom as well. And I like how the back here extends on both the sides, so opens up a little bit more room. And the only other thing back here that you will find is this outlet. All right, let's head into the rear in the back and see what we have going on with the Lyriqs. It's an all black interior, but there are bits and pieces that do stand out. So down here, you do have space for like a water bottle. You've got a speaker right here. And then you have this unique granite trimming with the nice designing that also says Cadillac. And then on your armrest area is leather trimming with the white contrast stitching. And then here is what your door handle looks like, kind of like this brushed aluminum look going on. So typically when you open the door, you're just going to open it like this, but let's say the battery dies or there's no power to the car, you're just going to lift it all the way up, which is going to give you that manual door open and release. All of this is covered in gloss black. You got the window control here and then the lock controls there. Up here you have more of the soft touch material, chrome trimming around here, and then this beautiful wood trimming, which you'll notice throughout the interior as well. All right, let's head inside and see what the seats and everything look like. So this is, again, like I mentioned, all black interior. You've got the white stitching going on and everything, and the perforated middle sections. The back sections are perforated as well. And you got this unique blue piping that does stand out and kind of makes everything pop. Also, if you pull down the center here, you do have the rear cup holders. Now I'm gonna jump in and take a look at how much leg room I've got and headroom. So let's jump in. So here you can see I've got quite a bit of leg room, and I'm sure this person can move the seat back more or up however they want, but ton of leg room. And as for the headroom, you can see I have a ton of headroom. I can move around, no restrictions, nothing. I am 5'11", just for reference, so I have no problem back here. All right, now behind the driver and passenger seats, you can see the unique designing on these. And you've got hard material back here, but the white stitching continues. And then of course your typical storage compartments behind the seats. Now entering inside at the back here, you do have your center console with the open storage space, some venting going on. And then you have this aluminum trimming, chrome trimming that also says Cadillac, and then USB ports. All right, let's head to the front and see if anything else is different compared to the rear. Not really, everything else is pretty much the same. Other than having your tailgate button right here. And the Sport One does have the 19 speaker AKG sound system. And then your usual window and side mirror controls there. You've also got the heated seats for the driver's side and the memory seats, and then all of your controls are right here. And also you'll notice within like this wood trimming here, you do have this light strip, which is for your ambient lighting. All right. As for the front seats, these are just like the rear. I just love the designing on this, the middle perforated sections, the back, especially this blue piping right here, which definitely stands out. And like I was mentioning, the front seats do come heated. And down here, you do have this door sill protector, which has like this Lyriq silhouette, and it also says Cadillac. Underneath are just your pedals, and then over here you have your hood latch release. Moving up, you've got a few controls like your electronic parking brake, your lane keep, auto hold, and then your dimmers for the cluster. And then you have more of the nice aluminum chrome trimming all around the vents, and even the vents are pretty sleek and thin. And on the side here, you do have this nice looking Easter egg. And the steering wheel is power adjustable. Okay, so when you do enter in the vehicle and close the door, you do have this nice animation graphic that plays. And if you press the brake pedal, the car does not turn on, and that's because this has a physical on-off button, so you can turn it on from there, and as you can see, it turns on. Now as you enter inside, your whole dashboard is in like this soft material. There are some pieces that are hard material, but you do have the speakers there in the corner, in the center there, and then the other side. And also the passenger does have their own handle on the pillar. And then you move into this very nice and very sharp looking cluster area. However, it's one massive piece that includes the touchscreen, and all of this combined is 33 inches of screen real estate, which is pretty cool. And you've also got like a little section on this side, which you can control all the things for the screen here on the cluster. So if you look over here, you've got three things here. So let's go to the first one here, which is pretty much your home page. And on here you have gauges. So here you can see the gauge, which it looks like this. And then also you have your energy section. So it's going to show you a gauge with all of the energy information. You've also got the map, so you have a beautiful, beautiful map view, and this does have Google Map built in. You've also got assist, which is going to be all your driver assistance stuff. And then you have clean, if you do want to clean the screen. The next little thing here is your trip information. And then the light bulb is all of your headlight controls through here. As for the steering wheel, this is wrapped in leather and it does come heated. You've got a bunch more gloss black trimming, chrome trimming all over the steering wheel, and another chrome Cadillac badge there. On the left side here for your controls, you've got all of your cruise control settings, follow distance controls, and then your heated steering wheel button right there. And then the other side does have all of like your radio favorites, your volumes, music button, Bluetooth, phone buttons right here, and then the seat controls right there. And then behind the steering wheel, you also notice a regen paddle shifter. And you've got the wiper controls right there, high beams and indicators and all of that. And then the other side has your gear shifter. Now, as for the center console area here, you do have leather here with the white contrast stitching. And to open this, there's no like little button that you have here. It lifts up. So here, let me just take this out quickly. You do have some room in here, which is not too bad. You got a USB port and an outlet down there. And over here is where your wireless phone charger is. So you just put your phone in here and that's it. And there's another USB port there. And here's a look at the floating center console area. So you can see you've got a ton more room at the bottom here. More designing there with the aluminum trimming that also says Cadillac. and a USB port, so a ton of room in this. And now as for the floating center console area here, you've got some more chrome trimming, gloss black trimming, and then all of these controls here. So you have this nice knob with the nice details and the Cadillac badge there. This is to control your touchscreen, but obviously you can just touch the screen. All the other controls are here, and then a volume knob right here. Even the volume knob has the nice detailing. And then here is more of the wood trimming right there, which also has your cup holders and even the bezels. You guessed it, more nice detailing. And then down here, like I was showing you, there is this section, which if you just press it, there is more space in this. So a ton of room in this, considering it doesn't have a frunk. There's so many little hidden spots and open spots that you can utilize. And like I was mentioning, here is your on-off button for the vehicle. And then here is all of your heating and cooling temperature controls. And then you move into your beautiful, beautiful touchscreen. So on here, you can do and see quite a few things. You got your first page here, you got your second page, and then last page. Only has one thing, but still, you have 3 pages. So let's go to the first one. Under vehicle status, you got this nice Cadillac animation that plays. And then you have a silhouette of your Lyriq and then a bunch of just plus signs. So if I click any of the plus signs, it's going to tell me all sorts of information. So for example, this one is going to show me the energy efficiency. Whatever else you press, it's going to show you different information. And then over here, you have 3 different menus, I guess. You have overview. You've got tires right here. So it's going to show you your tire pressures. And then you've got your energy information. So energy usage, efficiency, all of that right here. Then you've got drive modes. So this has all sorts of different drive modes. You've got tour, sport, snow and ice, and then my mode. And I do like, you'll notice this graphic right here. Whichever one I put it in, it changes the color and the little image there. So that's pretty neat. You've got this little I button here. If you do press it, so for example, I'm in sport mode right now, and it's gonna tell me what sport mode is, when to use it, and pretty much just an explanation for it. And it'll say the same thing for the other modes, which is nice. It gives you a little bit more information. You've also got this little pedal looking thing. This is for your one pedal driving. If you go into the setting, you can have it in normal, high, and then you can just turn it off completely. So that's nice that it gives you an option to at least turn it off and adjust how aggressive you want it to be. And then you've got Google Assistant, Play Store, and then under charging, you've got all of your charging information for this vehicle. So over here, you can see if I do set this actually to 100%, it's gonna estimate that I'll have about 513 kilometers of range. And this is on the charge now setting. So if I plug it in, it's going to start charging right now. But if I go to charge later, I can set a time and it can charge later on whatever time I pick. And there's also preconditioning down there. If I click the next little menu, this is once you do sign into your Cadillac account, you can see nearby charging stations. Next, this little calendar, again, this is for your scheduling. And then you've got the settings section. So you have a few more things. And then you've got on this side, Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, once you do have those connected to the vehicle. And then you've got cameras. So let's take a look at the cameras. So you have the front view. And as you can see, I'm in the front section here, and it has 3 different things. So I have standard. There's also overhead, so the top front. And then you have the side mirror cameras, which are going to be facing the front way. And then same thing for the rear. I've got all the same ones, standard, overhead, side, and then an extra one, which is for your hitch. And then you have this here with a bunch of little cameras around. This is something very, very cool because I can select literally any angle on the screen here and it'll go around and show me the vehicle. So if you're towing and parking or just in a tight spot, this is super helpful. And then there is the settings section. So you can turn off the top view, turn it on, guidelines and whatnot. And then you just got Alexa and then settings here in the corner. So you have a bunch more things that you can play around with and adjust to your liking. Now, if you go to the next page, here you will find ambient lighting in this. So here you can adjust the, brightness, styles, modes. There's a bunch of different customizations. Just so much stuff about the ambient lighting in this. It's pretty neat. Next to that, you've got the auto park assist, and then you've got climate, which you can obviously control through here, or the controls right here. Next is the Wi-Fi hotspot, and then you have the audio section, which is going to have your AM, FM, Sirius XM, Bluetooth, news, USB, Alexa, and podcasts. Then is the maps section. As you saw in the cluster, here you have the full map view as well, and Google Maps built in. Then you've got your phone section once you do have it paired. Under controls, here you have quite a few things that you can kind of fine tune. And also you can open the glove box from here. There's no actual little handle there. So if I just press this, it's gonna open the glove box, which is nice. If I go under see more, here is where you control your lights for the outside right there, or you can use it from right here. So either or, you can control it through those two sections, as you can see. And then you've got the My Cadillac section again, podcast next to that, and on the last page you just got news. Now up top here you just got the rear view mirror, no digital mirror on this one. And then moving further up, over here you do have your sunshade control, which is pretty nice, especially since an EV having a full glass roof. It's nice to have that sunshade. You've got interior lights, OnStar, SOS, and your hazards. And here's what the key fob looks like for the Lyriq, just your typical Cadillac key. All right, now coming to the passenger side here, and I'll show you the floating center console area again there. And then you just got your dashboard with the nice chrome trimming and the thin venting styling there. All right, so as for the window sticker, I could not get a clear photo of it. And in terms of pricing with the Sport 1, which will be the all-wheel drive version, this will start from about $75,300 Canadian. And this may be minus any discounts or any of that sort if it's available. All right, well, that does it for the review on this 2025 Cadillac Lyriq Sport 1. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of this vehicle.